I hope you are ready to understand why I have no friends at 35 years old. The reason might shock you, so I suggest you watch till the end because this might change your life, because it changed mine. Now, I never chose to have no friends, but ultimately I had to, and that's because as soon as you wake up for life and start to follow your own path and believe in what you believe and thrive towards that which you truly want to achieve and fight for, and you want to change, you start to see that the people that were supposed to be your friends, in actuality, they aren't. And that's because once you start to follow your own path, or the true path, you will see that you have to start to delete connections, relationships, just to get there. I even had to cancel my own mom, my dad, my family, my friends, just to get to where I am. And so it was not my true choice, but it is what I had to be. It was what had to be done, because that was the only path, that was the only choice in order to get to where I wanted to be. Let's say you don't smoke, you stop smoking. I can pretty sure tell you that once you stop smoking, most of your friends will vanish. Because when they offer you a cigarette, you're going to be like, no, I don't smoke. Since when? And they're going to try to give you a smoke because that's their nature. It's already like that. And so in their mind, you are only a friend if you can share also the worst things, including smoking. And that's when I start to notice, like, hey, wait a second. So if I don't smoke, you're not my friend. I see. Hey, let's go for the drink. And the problem is, I quit everything at once because I awoken to a spirituality, right? So it was even worse. So I cut everything. I cut all types of drugs. I cut cigarette. I cut alcohol. I cut hanging out. I cut like pretty much everything. So it was like, poof, game over. Like I have nobody. Nobody really understood what I'm doing. So everyone vanished. So since then, for more than a decade, I don't have any friends. So yeah, maybe one here and there, but I wouldn't call really friends because it's just like a strong connection. Yeah, I can call in that like a friend, but it's really, we are not in tune as a true friend relationship works. Because a true relationship of best friends, they are like brothers, right? And so in this case, I wouldn't call like a brother because it's like you need to count with them at any circumstance. And with this, I wouldn't put all my trust into a, hey, okay, now I have this friend and he's gonna save our life. No. But it's close enough, which I appreciate because who wants to be alone? Nobody. You know, yeah, sometimes life takes you into a solo path, yeah, like mine. But we are so many human beings in this life that you end up forming some connections here and there, right? And if they are strong, even better. So I would call that more like a strong connection than just like a pure friend relationship, because we didn't really grow up together. We don't know everything about each other. If we count about it, like we got our bags not 100%, so it's like more like a strong connection than a true friend relationship. And so that's the reason. Once you start to purge your own path, quit a bunch of stuff, you will see that relationships start to vanish. Even your family, you might be having to avoid your family, having to avoid friends, because what you call friends, they are not really friends, because they are trying to put you down. Once you start to follow a certain path, they are not even wanting you to be successful, they want you to put you down, they want to see you're going down. Not all of them, but some of them. And the ones that want you to succeed, yes, you could call them friends, but once you stop certain things, and they are kind of against that, and you see that there's a distance, then that's when you know it's like, nah, that wasn't. Because if you are a true friend, then you're going to be together with that person no matter what. You might even follow the same choices, because you know that's for the better, because we are all humans, so we are all the same. We are just following unique path, but towards the same thing. Everyone wants love, everyone wants happiness, everyone wants the same thing. It's just in different ways, but it's still the same thing. So in actuality, if you have a best friend, you should share both the same choices, because if you are getting better and becoming a better human, that means our relationship is also going to become better. But if one is going here and the other is going there, like kind of continue or down, then you cannot really vibrate at the same frequency, right? And so if you want to achieve whatever you want to achieve, you need to follow pretty much your own path. If that person is going with you, then needs to follow the same thing, have the same choices. If not, you're going to end up alone, just like me. Now, do I regret? No. No, because what I know is spirituality and mentally and everything I have been through, it just made me a much better human being with much more wisdom, knowledge, and experience. And in the end, they come to appreciate whatever I did and whatever I experienced. And every time I tell the stories, they're like, hey, you lived so much. That's because I followed my own path and I avoided everything. So I quit most of the foods. When I go to the supermarket, I have very little items that I can really grab for myself, because most of it is just chemical, it's just unnatural food. So I'm like all into natural foods, the most natural as possible. I know what I'm reading in the ingredients. So even the food choices, whatever, if you hang out or not, all of that matters into forming relationships. And if they are not there for you when you do make those choices, that means they were never meant to be your best friends. And that's why.